So you just found out about ChatGPT, DALL-E 2 and all these other crazy AI tools, and now you're scrambling around trying to figure out which is the best option to actually start making money online with. Well, in this video I'm going to be showing you how we can begin selling AI generated art on products such as posters, t-shirts, mugs, gaming pads and desk pads, and the list goes on. And we're going to do this using the business model print on demand. Now, I'm sure most of you probably already know what this business model is, but if you don't, it's basically where we go ahead and actually create a design, or well, in this case, AI does. We then place this design on a product like a poster and go ahead and create some mock-up images to essentially just showcase that product so we can list it on our website or our store platforms, so whether that be somewhere like Amazon or Etsy. And then once we make a sale, all we have to do is go ahead and take our design file and pass it over to the print-on-demand supplier, which can be somewhere like Printful or Printify, where they will then print our design onto our product, package it up, and then actually ship it out directly to the customer in a white label packaging, which essentially means an unbranded box or packaging, so the customer will never really know where this package actually came from. So they essentially handle all of our production and fulfillment tasks. That way we can actually go ahead and focus on the marketing and the selling of the products. And everything that I'm going to show you and use in this video example is either free or has some sort of free trial period. That way, if you guys want to test it out, you can without having to directly put any money into it. So jumping right into it, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is actually identify what it is that we intend to sell and on what type of product. Because depending on the product that we choose to sell, we're obviously going to need to make sure we generate some AI art that actually suits this product type. So before we do anything, we're going to head over to a print-on-demand website, and in this case and in this example, I am going to be using Printful, and they are generally known to be one of the best print-on-demand suppliers out there in this space. We're then going to pick out a product that we'd ideally want to sell, but before we do that, I would actually recommend doing some research by comparing the Printful prices against the prices that these products are being sold for on places like Amazon and Etsy. That way you can actually identify a highly profitable product. So just as a quick example, I'm going to go up to the products tab on the Printful website and click on men's clothing and then click on t-shirts. And the reason I'm going to show you guys t-shirts as the first example is because typically this is what most people think of in terms of products when they think of print on demand. They immediately think of t-shirts, caps and clothing. So here all we're going to do is actually just take an averaged idea or note of how much these products are going to cost us. So here we have $15, $13, $11, $15, $19 and $10. So as an average range, I'm going to say that it's going to cost us around $15 to $20. Now here what we can do on Etsy is type in graphic t-shirt, and the reason we're going to do this is so we can actually go ahead and compare the Printful prices to the prices of these t-shirts being sold on Etsy. So as an average range from what's been shown to me here, we can see $10, $19, $24, $8, $26, $23, $16 and $21. So as an average, I think they're selling from anywhere between $16 to $22. Let's actually just head back to Printful because these t-shirts don't actually include the price of shipping. So if we go to the bottom of the page here and click on the shipping button, we can get an idea as to how much they're going to charge us for shipping. So for a single product to the United States, it's going to cost us $4. So that average price that we had from $15 to $20 is now $19 to $24. So that average price alone should be enough to tell us that this probably isn't going to be a profitable product. And then secondly, we need to consider the fees that are actually associated to making a sale on these websites like Amazon and Etsy, where they will typically take a percentage of around 10 to 20% of that sales price. But now if I go ahead and look at a different product like posters or frame prints, I can repeat the same process and quickly check to see if it is going to be a profitable product. So here for framed prints, we're going to go ahead and actually click one of the size options so we can use it as a reference. So for this size, it's going to cost us around $45. And after spending a few minutes just looking around on Etsy to get an idea as how much people are selling this sizing option for, I found that they're generally selling from anywhere between $90 to $110. And even with the factors of shipping costs and sales fees, I think there's going to be a large enough margin between our average price that it's going to cost us to fulfill the product versus what we can actually sell it for on Etsy for us to actually make a decent amount of profit. So now that we've done that and confirmed a highly profitable product, we can actually now begin creating some of our AI generated art with our product in mind. And here we can either use DALL-E 2, Midjourney or any other AI tool that you prefer, but just for the example in this video, I am going to be using Midjourney. Now, right off the top of my head, for some reason I'm thinking about trying to create a design with the United States flag and a bald eagle and mesh it all together into one. And I think this will be a good design to actually appeal to the largest consumer market in the world, which is the United States. So the first thing I'm going to do once I've got Midjourney open is go ahead and type a new message. And here I'm going to type in -imagine. And what this is going to do is allow me to actually create a prompt or an input for what I want out of this design. And then here what I'm going to do is type in United States, comma, fine art, comma, and then --AR and 3, 2. And what that last bit was aspect ratio. So this is so we can make sure that the design it creates is in a landscape format. So now that it's gone and returned us some designs, we can go ahead and pick out some ones that we want some variations for, or if we want to upscale any of these. So personally, I actually like number 1 and 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and upscale number 1 and 2. And here's now returned our upscaled image, but we're not done yet. So as I mentioned before, I want to do a mix of the United States flag and a bald eagle. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and click on one of these images. And personally, I actually quite like this top one. So we're going to click on that, open in browser. And then what we're going to do is actually copy this link, and we're going to use this and take it back into Midjourney. So here I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process. So \imagine to create the prompt. And then what I'm going to do is Control V and paste that link back into the prompt. And now to follow up on that link, I'm going to go ahead and type in bald eagle flying in front of the United States flag. And again, what I'm going to do is put comma, and then --AR, and then 3, 2, which again is our landscape format. This has now returned me another 4 different options that I can pick from to either upscale or ask for further variations. So based on what it's given me here, I actually really like number 1 and number 2. So what I'm going to do is ask for variations for either one of these. So these are going to be the last variations that I look at, because this is just an example. But if you want, you can obviously further define what you want through the prompts and the inputs that you give it. But just based on these variations, personally, I'm actually now siding towards some of these options, and I actually really like number 4. So this is going to be the design that we use for this example and for our new poster. So I'm going to go ahead and upscale number 4. Now here we can go ahead and download the image by clicking on it, and again, open in browser, and then just go ahead and saving the image from here. Now what we're going to do is take that image over to the AI image enlarger so we can actually upscale the quality even further. Because as it stands, these AI generated images that we get from Midjourney, DALL-E 2, or any of these other AI tools aren't actually high enough in quality or pixels to be ready to be printed onto these products. So here all I'm going to do is drag and drop my design into this box. We're then going to click on this drop down box where we're greeted with 3 different options for 2x, 4x and 8x, which is just essentially the multiplier. So if you happen to have the free account, you can go up to 4x. Or if you have a premium account, you can do 8x, but either options are perfectly fine for having this design printed on a product. So for example, I'm just going to use the 4x option and then click start. And after waiting a few minutes, we now have our returned design ready to download. So we click the download button, and then from here, it's going to generate our new enlarged image. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and save it. And now we can begin the process in actually creating our listing and having it presented so it's actually ready to sell to our potential customers. And the way we're going to present our product on our listings, despite not actually having the real product in our hands, is through digital mockups. This way we don't have to wait around and order the product, wait for it to be delivered before we can actually start to take some photos of the product and have it listed. So to do this, we're going to head over to Canva, and we're going to go ahead and create a square format template, because typically most of the product images you find on Etsy, Amazon and most websites are actually square. Now here we have our square template inside of Canva, and I've already gone ahead and uploaded our design and actually moved it across into the editing section. So once you've done that, what we're going to do is click on this image, click on edit image in the top left hand corner, then we're going to scroll down to the smart mockup section and click see all. Then here what I'm going to do is scroll down until I come across the product type that I'm trying to sell. So in our case, it's obviously a framed print. So we've got laptops, cards, business cards, and then here we go, frames and posters. Now what I'm going to do is click on a mockup that I think represents this design quite well. So I'm actually going to click on frame 9, and then what that's going to do is actually put our design and our image inside of this mockup. Then once that's done, you can go ahead and click apply. And then as you can see, we have these gaps. So all we're going to do is go ahead and reposition and resize the image to fit the whole template. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and click file, download, turn it into a JPEG, bump the quality up. And then once that button comes up, you can go ahead and download it. And I would recommend using more than just one mockup image for your listing page. So do play around with the different mockup options that they have here and get a feel for which one actually suits your designs best. But now I've just gone ahead and whipped up an example Etsy listing just to show you how we can make it look and how we can actually continue to use AI to actually help us in this process as well. So for the titles and the descriptions of your listings, let's be honest, it is quite time consuming to figure out all the keywords and the associated words to that product to have it put in the title and then in the description. So this is where we're going to actually use ChatGPT to just generate the title and the description for us. So as an example for the title, here on ChatGPT, I've just asked it to write a descriptive and keyword product title of the following product in 140 characters. United States bald eagle framed print. And while this response may not be perfect, it's definitely a great starting point and a good foundation that we can just simply add on to. And then we could do the same thing again for the description. So here I've just asked, write a product description for a framed print product based on the following title: stunning American bald eagle framed print, patriotism, wall art for home decor. So from the original input, it gave me a rather short product description. So I then went and asked it to expand, and now it's returned me a really good product description that I'm really happy with and that I would personally use for my own listings. So all I have to do now is to go ahead and actually just copy and paste it over to my listing. And now I could go ahead and just simply repeat the same process, so I'm then left with a large collection of framed prints products on my store or on my website. And in this process, all we've had to do is just identify a product that we know will potentially sell and has higher profit margins, and then go ahead and generate some AI art that will actually suit that product type, then generate some digital mockups using Canva, and then lastly just create the listing with the help of ChatGPT. And you could quite easily pump out 10 or more listings a day if you just spend an hour or two on this. And if you can sell hundreds or even thousands of these products, which people do, you can quite easily earn a really nice return from this. So if you're looking to get into the world of e-commerce and sell unique one-of-a-kind products, definitely consider using AI generated images and the print-on-demand business model. It's a low-risk way to start your own business and see what works for you. And if you happen to have any questions, then do let me know down below in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video, then please make sure to drop this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye for now.